back to my channel. A lot of you guys already know because I posted it on social media, but unfortunately the makeup tutorial I filmed yesterday was taken down by YouTube because there was a song that was playing in the background, so there was a bit of a copyright there. So I am back this morning and I'm going to be filming my appearance tutorial for a title holder. So there's gonna be no music in the background, so it's just gonna be you and I here on the camera, so I apologize if there's any awkwardness whatsoever. I'm not used to making YouTube videos. So disclaimer, a lot of these things that I've learned have actually been from some of the best in the beauty industry. And that includes Meredith Boyd Cosmetics, Younique Beauty, and Austin Ryde. So shout out to you guys. Thank you guys so much for all that you've taught me. And for anybody out there that is following this, if something works for you, then continue doing that. But if you like something that I'm doing, maybe you can adopt it. So without further ado, let's get started. So there are a lot of people out there who use regular primers, and there's nothing wrong with a regular primer. But if you are a super oily sister like me, I promise that this little trick is going to change your life. And it's super cheap. Pretty sure it's under $5. Win-win situation. Deodorant. So you just take a regular old deodorant and you stick it all over your face as your primer. When I was first taught this by Austin Ryde, I was super weirded out when he asked me if I had any deodorant on me. And I was like, do I smell? Like, what's going on? And he grabbed my deodorant stick, wiped it off, and just started rubbing it on my face. And it was probably the weirdest thing ever, but my makeup stayed really well all day long. So I guess it was a great trick in the process. So once you put your primer on, or your deodorant, whichever one you'd like to use, we are going to move on to foundation. And sometimes I start with my eyes and sometimes I start with my face. There's no wrong way to do makeup. It's just whatever works best for you. Sometimes I just like doing my face first. So today we're going to be doing my face. So I'm gonna start off with MAC. This is a very well-loved brush. MAC 137, and it's just a regular old stipple brush, and you can get one from CVS, from Walgreens. You do not need to purchase anything that I mentioned. These are just things that I've used and things that I like, but there are dupes that I'm going to be linking below in the description, and there's a dupe for everything that I'm going to show you guys today. So you do not need to spend a lot of money to get the same type of look. So I'm gonna start off with my NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation in the color Light 5 Fiji. And because I am still kind of spray tanned from orientation weekend, I'm going to be mixing in my Matchmaster. There's no attractive way to put foundation all over your face either, guys. So you just make yourself a artwork piece, and then you add in whatever darker foundation you would like to use. So I'm going to be using the MAC Matchmaster SPF 15 foundation in the color 3.0. And again, I'm linking all the dupes to this. There is actually a really, really nice one from Maybelline New York that I love so much, and it gives the same coverage as this one. So it's like $10 from CVS or Walgreens, and it is a perfect dupe for both of these products. So then after that, you just stipple away and blend to the gods. You can use a beauty blender, you can use a brush, you can use your hands, whatever works best for you. And always make sure to blend down towards your neck and on your ears. That's actually something that I forget to do a fair amount of times. And I'll notice it once I'm out of the house and I go to, take a picture or something, or I look in the mirror and it's like, wow, why are my ears like 5 shades lighter than the rest of my face? Because I did not touch it with my brush. So you don't need to like spend a lot of time on the ear area. Just make sure that you go around the back of your neck so that you don't have any spaces missing, all the way down towards your chest area, and then just lightly graze over your ears so you don't miss any spots. And sorry, my light might be coming in and out. So yesterday when I filmed this tutorial, it was an hour-long tutorial. So I am really hoping that I can get this under 20 minutes for you guys. So maybe round 2 is going to be a better run. And then just check yourself out in a mirror Make sure everything is nice and blended. This is actually like the perfect color combination, so I'm very excited that I found both of these. Like my MAC foundation, I think I've had in my drawer, kid you guys not, probably 6 years. I've had it for so long. And I kind of forgot about it. And the other day I was going through my drawer and I was like, this is the perfect spray tan color. And lo and behold, it works perfectly with my NARS foundation. That is my everyday holy grail. Okay, so once you are all blended out, you can move on to concealer. So for concealer, I use a hodgepodge of different products. So my two very favorite products are the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the color Light 2.5 Creme Brulee. And I go over it with the Maybelline New York Instant Rewind. And it is amazing, and I'm pretty sure it's like $5. So it's a great purchase and a perfect dupe for this. I have really severe under eye circles, so I like to spend a fair amount of time covering them. They're hereditary, so they take a while to get rid of. I wish there was an instant potion. No matter how much eye cream I use, it still is there. So if anybody has a magic potion out there, please let me know. I'd love to hit you up for it. And make sure to go over the top of your eyelid. And oh, I forgot to mention this. I am using the Morphe M461 brush, and it's just a perfect little concealer brush. It's pretty fluffy, and it's really nice to use under the eyes. And when you're patting in your concealer, make sure not to do like a sweeping motion, because you'll end up taking off a lot of your concealer and rubbing your foundation and making it not look so smooth. So, okay, this lighting, hold on one second, guys. Okay, we're gonna go with a lower setting on my light. I'm using the Glam Core light, so thank you. Oh, it's still doing that. That is so bizarre. So I'm really sorry if it's getting really bright for you guys out of nowhere. I'm gonna try my best to not stay so close, so maybe my phone doesn't catch that excess light. So yeah, make sure you pat it down into your eye and really set it. Oh my gosh, I'm already 8 minutes in. Gotta hurry up if I wanna get this under 20. And then I take my Instant Rewind and just do the same step all over again. Take the same Morphe brush or whatever small stipple concealer brush you would like to use and pat it in underneath the eye area. I really wish I had my music now. This makes me so sad. I had no idea that YouTube was so strict on music in the background. I thought maybe like if you used it and you credited it, it would work. But unfortunately, even if you credit on YouTube, it is still copyright infringement and not considered an excuse for the fair use doctrine. So unfortunately, after 5 hours of trying to upload my video yesterday and editing it and spending so much time, and I was so excited and proud, I got an email that said that I am blocked. So this is my second day hair and an 8 a.m. makeup routine. Okay, so once the concealer is on, then I like to go in and bake it. So baking it just kind of sets the under eye area so that you don't have creasing underneath. So when you go to put eyeliner and mascara on, it doesn't drip. So I'm sure you guys out there have had that problem before, because I've had that problem a lot, where you have like the mascara and it ends up dripping and going like all the way underneath. So it's kind of like a raccoon look. So this helps to prevent that. And this is one of my favorite loose setting powders, guys. This is the Dermablend Professional Loose Setting Powder. And what I love so much about this setting powder is that it doesn't have flashback. So if you're under hot stage lights or taking a lot of photos, having really white under eyes does not go well when the flash goes off on a camera and the flashback happens from that camera. So I'm sure you guys out there have had that problem, because I've had that problem before, where you think you look really good under the eye area, and then you look at a photo and the flash goes off and it's so bright underneath your eyes. So this product actually prevents that from happening, and it doesn't have any flashback at all. So it's truly amazing. And I've had this product for about 2 years, and I don't think I've even really made a dent in it. So I consider this one of those products that is probably about $20, but totally worth it. But I do have a couple dupes linked below that are great alternatives to the Dermablend. So you're gonna let that sit for probably 5 minutes, just to let it like soak into your skin. And you can move on to either eyebrows or bronzer, whatever you would like to do. I'm going to go right into my bronzer and my blush. So I'm going to give you guys a fair warning. This bronzer that I have that I'm gonna show you guys is fairly expensive. It's a Chanel bronzer, and I am not suggesting that you guys go out and get this. This was actually given to me by my mother, so thank you to my mom for giving this to me, and also my eye primer. My mom gave me this too. She had an extra one. She thought that she only bought one, but she accidentally bought 2. So my mom gave me both of these, but this is a very pricey bronzer. And I have a perfect dupe that I love, and it's the Butter Bronzer, and it's by Physicians Formula. It's pretty much the same thing. So just showing you guys this one, it's just a matte brown color, and it's not too warm and also not too cool. So bronzers are really tough to get right because everyone kind of has different undertones, and some bronzers can turn really ashy, some can get like a little too orange. So it just depends on what you love for your skin tone, and everybody's different. So there's not one formula for everybody. So I just suggest going out into your local drugstore, going to Ulta, and just trying on as many bronzers as possible, because it's not a one size fits all kind of thing. So I'm taking my MAC 137 brush, and it's just a small, kind of pointed little brush. I don't know if you guys can see me if I hold it against my black. It's very small. There's perfect dupes that I can link below from Morphe. And you just pat it in, circle it around, tap off the excess, and then follow the natural contour of your cheek, and make sure not to go too far into your mouth area. So you just want to make sure that it's a nice warm glow, and use a very, very light hand. Go up into the temple. Repeat on the other side. You know, don't color all of your hair like I just did. And then if you have a larger forehead, you can contour the outer part of your forehead to make it look smaller. And now that I don't have bangs anymore, you know, this is a crucial step. Before I used to just skip over it, and I'm like, oh, my bangs are covering my entire forehead. I don't need to worry about this. But now that I don't have any, I found myself doing it more often than not. And before I put that one away, I really like to contour my nose. You do not need to do this step, but if you do want to do it, make sure that you use a really, really light hand, because in yesterday's video, I contoured my nose and I didn't realize how extreme it was on camera, and I looked back and it was like 2 lines going down my nose, and it looked really, really bad, and I didn't fix it till the end of the video, so just be super careful with that. So you're gonna take a really light little blending brush that you can grip easily and make very, very small with your hand. And so I am using MAC 224, and you're just gonna dip it into that same bronzer and make sure that it's not a shimmery bronzer. And you start out in like the crease of your eye and go down the bridge of the nose, just on the outer sides. And the reason you do this crease area is so that you connect the line towards your nose, so it's not super severe. So it looks like a very natural progression down the nose. I'm gonna try really hard not to make this as extreme as I did yesterday. That was a rough nose contour yesterday. so bad. Same process on the other side. And make sure to connect it down at the tip of your nose. Okay, this is already better than yesterday. Yesterday's nose contour was super rough. Okay, so I'm gonna aim for a 25-minute video because I'm already at 15 minutes. Ugh, the stress. So after that bronzer, then I like to take a darker, more shimmery bronzer that's a little bit, maybe like half a shade darker, just to go over the original contour that you just did, just to like really warm up your face and really make it a little bit harsher. You do not need to do this for an appearance look, but for stage purposes or for photography purposes, this is a great step to add in. So this is one of my favorite bronzers, and again, the Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula is a perfect dupe. This is the Buxom Buxom bronzer in the color Tahiti, and it's really, really pretty, but it's a little shimmery and a little bit darker. So you do the same process, tap off the excess, and make sure to stay towards the outer part of your cheek and not bring this one in as far. Down the neck. And if you want to contour your jawline, you absolutely can. It's not a necessary step, especially for an appearance, but if you're going out for stage purposes, then it's not a bad idea. Okay, what is next? Oh, we are going to brush off the under eye area. So this is my MAC 167SH, and it's just a very small, fluffy brush. It's very well loved. But Morphe has some amazing affordable products that are probably $5 and the exact same thing that you can get from MAC. So highly suggest checking out Morphe. I'm gonna link the description down below. And so suggest checking them out. They have the best brushes. Almost all of my eyeshadow brushes are all Morphe. They're between $4 and $6, guys. Super affordable and great quality. So it's a win-win situation. So you're just going to dust off underneath the eye area, so that you have a nice highlight underneath the eye, so it really brightens that under eye area, especially if you are like me and you have very severe dark circles. This is one of my favorite parts because it's like, wow, look at how awake I look compared to when I started, guys. Okay. I'm going to go in with a little, oh, I got powder everywhere. I'm going to go in with a little bit more bronzer because I wiped away some of it. Okay, now we are moving on to blush. I had a really hard time saying this in yesterday's video. It was like, the blush brush. Okay, so one of my favorite blushes is from MAC, and it's the color Melba, and it's a perfect, like almost a peachy pink color, but it's great on almost anybody, and I've tried it on so many of my friends, and it looks good on just about anybody that I know. So it's one of my tried and true products. Highly suggest this one. And I'm gonna be using the Sephora Brand Pro Featherweight Blending Brush in number 93. Just a very, very light, fluffy brush. And so you're just gonna stick it into the blush, rub it all around, tap off the excess, and then follow your smile line. So it's best to smile for this part and look into a mirror. And just follow the apples of the cheeks. Make sure not to go too high up into your highlight. Next up is highlighter. And this is one of my very favorite steps because everybody loves a good highlight. I mean, who doesn't? Let's be real, guys. Highlighter changes lives. The brighter, the better. Highlight up to Jesus. So one of my very favorite highlighters is by Becca Cosmetics, but unfortunately it fell out of my car and broke into a million bajillion pieces. So I have another one. It's another very expensive product. So again, do not suggest going out and getting this, but it's just one of my personal favorites. But if you do want to go out and get it, it's a beautiful, beautiful highlighter. And I haven't found a perfect dupe for it just yet, but I'm still on the lookout for you guys. So this is the Dior Skin Nude Air Luminizer in the color 002 Hollow Gold. And I mean, come on guys, it's like the perfect nude pinky glow. Just so beautiful. So I'm gonna be taking the Sephora Brand number 42, and it's just a super small little fluffy brush, and you're gonna rub it all over the highlighter, tap off the excess, and then go right into like where your eyebrow ends down to where the the outer corner of your eye ends. And make sure not to go too far inward because you're gonna ruin the highlight under your eyes and you don't wanna mix the two together. I used to not really be into highlighting, but after I discovered it, I've never stopped. Highlighting is one of my favorite parts. It just pulls the whole look together. You add a pop of highlighter on and you're like, wow, I am ready to take on the day. Slayed. And then I like to put it a little bit over the eyebrow. Repeat on the other side. Ugh, this highlighter is just so, so stunning. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but oh, Lord. As pageant girls know, there is never enough sparkle. Never enough. And then I also like to take a little bit on my Cupid's bow and down the bridge of my nose. Oh, 22 minutes. Okay, maybe this is gonna be a 30-minute video. I am not going to get to an hour. That is my goal. So hopefully that happens. Alrighty friends, next up is eyebrows. So if you are like me and you barely have any eyebrows at all, this product is going to save your life. Everybody does eyebrows differently. This is just something that works for me. I prefer a more natural brow, but do whatever works for you. One of my favorite products is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the color Blonde. And so what I like to do is brush the eyebrow hairs upward to get them all in a row, like ants in a row. They're all going the same direction. And then take your brow pencil or powder, whatever product works best for you, and start in the bottom part. I'm gonna try and do this while talking. It's really hard because most of us don't do our makeup while we're talking. Start at the bottom, make a perfect line into the brow, follow the brow, and then go downward into an angle almost, and wing it out just a little bit. And then do the exact same thing on the top. Follow your brow, overline just the smallest amount, angle downward. And then go into the brow and then feather it upward and out. So feathering for me is like one of my favorite brow looks just because it looks really, really natural. If you are the type of person that can pull off a fleek brow, I am super jealous. Do whatever works for you. I personally just cannot figure out how to do a winged eyeliner or a fleek brow, quote unquote. So if you are that type of person that can totally pull that off, you do you. I am super, super jealous. And I'd love for you to teach me. But this is just something that works for me. And then I like to go back over it, and comb it out. And my eyebrows never look like sisters. They look like second cousins or distant relatives. So I always get really nervous going into the second brow because they never look the same. And you do the same process on the other brow. Man, I never realized how lonely it was until there was no music playing. Before I was like having a dance party, everything was fine. And now I just feel really lonely and awkward. Okay, second cousins are, I don't know if you guys can see, but brows make all the difference, guys. Like you do a brow and you're like, wow, my face has definition. Then I like to go in with my eyelash curler. I think this is from Target, Beauty 360. I'm pretty sure it was like $5 from CVS actually. I just go in, curl my lashes. And now we are moving on to eyes, yay! This is the fun part. This is where you get to make your face your canvas. It's super fun. So I like to go in with an eyeshadow primer just because it not only makes your eyeshadow stay all day long, but it also helps with creasing and gets your eyeshadow a lot brighter. So it's a win-win situation. I say that so much. So this is the Stay Don't Stray by Benefit Cosmetics in the color Light Medium. This is the one my mother gave me. But I found a perfect dupe. I'm pretty sure it's from NYX Cosmetics. I love NYX, Maybelline, and Rimmel. So a lot of the dupes that I am suggesting to you guys, you can grab at your local Target, your local CVS, and I promise your look will be the exact same. So then I like to either take my finger or a brush. I usually use my finger, and it's free. So I just tap it in and go up to the brow bone, which is that hard bone right underneath your eyebrow. I didn't used to do an eyeshadow primer, and then somebody introduced me to it, and my eyeshadow has never been the same. I also never realized how oily my eyelids were until I would get frustrated over how much mascara and eyeliner was all over my eyelid by the end of the day, especially in the summertime. So if you are going to a hot and sweaty event, this step right here is going to be your saving grace. Okay, so now we are on the eyes, yay! Okay, if I could find my eyeshadow brush, that'd be great too. Okay, so eyes. I like to do a very matte brown kind of look with like shimmer right in the center eyelid. You can do whatever works best for you. You don't need to wear eyeshadow. This is just something that I enjoy doing and I think looks really pretty and natural. So one of my favorite light brown colors is by Makeup Forever, and I checked yesterday and it doesn't have a name. It's just a very, very light brown color, and I found a perfect dupe from a palette that I found on Amazon. So that is linked below. And so you just tap it in, tap off the excess, and do a windshield wiper motion across your eye. So start in the outer corner and go inward, windshield wiper back and forth. And you wanna make sure that you build up your color. You don't wanna go diving in and accidentally doing way too much, because it's a lot harder to take away than it is to build it up. So I just start and I just kind of bring it all out into the outer corner and then slowly windshield wiper it back and forth into the center tear duct. And you want to make sure that you bring the color all the way around, because it brings it down naturally into that contour of the nose. And it's funny, when I do my eyeshadow now, I look back at myself from when I was in middle school and I used to wear blue and purple eyeshadow, and I almost am concerned why my parents never told me that it wasn't a good look. Maybe they just wanted me to experiment. So you're gonna do it on the same side, or the other side, same motion, back and forth, building up that color. Oh, 29 minutes, oh my goodness. Yeah, that 30-minute thing was not feasible. Thought it was. I I just love brown on the eyes. It just looks so pretty, so natural. Oh, this is the same brush, MAC 224, the same one I used on my nose. And then I'm going to go in with my Morphe M441 brush, and it's this really, really great blending brush that I love so much. It is so beautiful, and it is, I think, $6, and I have like 9 of them. And I'm gonna go into my NARS Narcissus palette, and we're gonna be using this darker brown color right here. And you can use any brown just as long as it's like half a shade darker. And you don't want to go like chocolate brown, but definitely more of a mocha color. And you start it out in that outer corner. Oh, just so pretty. Oh, I love it. I love a lot of pigment, a lot of color. And I love doing a really dark brown outer crease and just blending as much as I can into the center. So it looks just really well put together. I think the most important part about doing your makeup and practicing it and doing it the way that you want it to be, whether that's for stage, for an appearance, for a wedding, for an event, is just to make sure that you take a lot of time blending and not to be in a rush, because there's nothing worse than being stressed for time and trying to blend everything, but knowing you have all these steps to do and looking in the mirror going out into the sun and realizing how many harsh lines you have. So if you just take the time blending, whether that is your eyeshadow, foundation, blush, and bronzer, you will have a winning face, I promise. It's just all about blending. Almost even. And once the outer corners are nice and blended, then I like to go in and add a really bright center of the eyelid. So one of my other favorite palettes, these are my 2 tried and true palettes. My other favorite is Anastasia Beverly Hills Soft Glam. And I like to use the color Tempera and Glistening, and they're right back to back. They are these 2 right here. And I like just to take a giant flat blending brush. This one is so old and so loved, you can't even read it anymore. I don't even know who it's by, but I know that Morphe has a lot of really great ones. So you just get a small flat brush and you just pack on a very, very light, almost vanilla color into the center of your eye, going into the tear duct, just to give your eye a really, really bright, awake look and not to look too dark. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, but in person, it makes such a difference. Do the same thing on the other eye. And then I like to take a bit of a sparkly color. This one's like a really, really light champagne-y color, and it's called Glistening. And I do the same thing on top of it. And for stage or for photographs, I like taking that same champagne-y color and going right underneath your brow and just lining right underneath it. And it gives it a really nice sparkle to the eye. Oh, that color is just so stunning. Way to go, Anastasia Beverly Hills. Way to go. Huge fan. Okay, next up, okay, hold on, one more step with eyes. I also like to take a really, really bright white loose powder, and this is by the Perfect Face Eyelights in the color Moon Gold, and I just like to place it right into the tear duct, just to give it a really, really bright look. It's super, super white and sparkly. And I found a perfect dupe from Morphe, once again, and no, this is not sponsored by Morphe, but if Morphe would like to sponsor me, I will be all ears for that. And just stick it into the corner tear duct. You don't need a lot, but like it just makes such a difference in how bright and awake you look. Do it on the other side. almost done with eyes. And then I like to set my face before I use mascara and eyeliner, just so it doesn't smear everywhere. And this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, and I love this. Okay, now we are aiming for 40 minutes, okay? If I can do this in 5 minutes, I will be so impressed with myself. So impressed. Okay, just got eyeliner, lashes, and lips. And then we are good to go. Okay, where are my lips? Okay. So for lip liner, I like to use any super nude matte pink color, just because I think it is the most natural looking on the lips, and you can overline a little bit without it looking super extreme. So this is Lady Godiva by Younique Beauty, but I linked below, again, did all the dupes for you guys. So I'm super excited for you guys to check these out because they are almost perfect matches. So I found another perfect nude for you guys to check out. And you just line the natural lip shape you have. And make sure not to go too far down or too far up into the Cupid's bow. And I have like no lips, so this is really stressful for me. And it's never even, but we're just gonna roll with it. And then I like to layer my lip products. So I have 2 lip products. One of them is a lot of a brighter pink, and it's perfect for interview, perfect for appearances, and it's by Younique Beauty in the color Kate. Smack, smack, smack. And then I use another lip product by Younique Beauty right on top of it. And it is the color Angelina. And it is a really, okay, there's my other lipstick on top of it, but it's a really pretty, very light nude pink. Just to kind of soften the look. And last but not least, I add some gloss on top. So this is my very favorite lip gloss in the entire world. And you can get it at Sephora, you can get it at Ulta. It's by Buxom, and it is the color White Russian, and it has plumping factors into it. So it's really, really minty, and it smells good, feels good, looks stunning. But I've already gone through 2 tubes of it in like 2 months. How sad is that? Just so glossy and beautiful. I probably have lipstick all over my teeth for the remainder of this video, so I apologize in advance for that. Then you can either start with mascara first or go in with your eyeliner. I personally like to do my eyeliner first, and yesterday was the very first time that I tried this eyeliner in. Lord, it is amazing. So if you are a liquid liner fan, I have really bad allergies right now, so I'm super itchy. If you're a huge liquid liner fan, I highly suggest checking this out. I have not found the exact duplicate for this now that I have tried this, and I'm obsessed with it. It doesn't budge the second you put it on. So shout out to Kat Von D for creating this tattoo liner. And this is the color Mad Max Brown. You can get it in either black, brown, I think there's the navy color. I just prefer having a brown because black can look, oh, this is awful. Black can look really, really harsh on my eyes. So I like to go with more of a softer look. So I'm gonna go do this off camera and I will be right back. Another great part about this eyeliner is that it's super fast and super drying, or dries super fast, English. Dries super quickly, so you don't need to spend a lot of time sitting there going like this, which is one of my biggest pet peeves with eyeliner and mascara. So then you can go in with your mascara almost immediately because it dries so quickly. And I use the Voluminous Original by L'Oreal Paris, and I love this mascara so much. You can get it from Ulta, get it from Target, CVS, Walgreens. And I don't know if there is a method to putting on mascara, but if you have a method, go for it. I just kind of stick it on and hope that I don't accidentally hit my nose or ruin my entire makeup look in one fell swoop. And I like to do my top first before moving down to my bottom so that I can put bottom eyeliner on first. Maybe if I didn't talk so much, this video would be shorter. At least that's what I'm telling myself. So then I go in with an eyeliner, and you can use brown, you can use black, whichever eyeliner you prefer. But one of my favorites, and something that Austin Ryde taught me and showed me, and I have been obsessed ever since, and it's kind of become my staple and something that I've been known for, is wearing blue eyeliner. Yes, you heard that, blue eyeliner. And this is one of my very favorites. It is by Marc Jacobs, and it is the color Odyssey. And it is this beautiful teal sparkling blue color, and I have just fallen in love with it the second it was on my waterline, and I've worn it while competing in a red dress and a white dress, and no matter what dress you wear, it looks really, really good. So Marc Jacobs has actually created some of the best eyeliners that I've ever found for waterlines, because I have really watery eyes, and this has just been a lifesaver, and it doesn't budge all day long. And you actually have to scrub your eyes pretty darn hard to get it off. That's how good it is. So ignore the eyeliner face that I'm making. You go in with whatever eyeliner color of your choosing. If you want to use purple, you use purple. I own purple. If you want to use green, I own green. Like, it makes the eye look so beautiful. Yesterday while I was doing this, I accidentally stabbed my eye. And it really, really hurt, and I got it all over my contact. It was not a good time. Okay, 2 more steps, 42 minutes. I'll probably beat my 50-minute one at this point. So then you go in with your bottom mascara, same mascara that I used before. I just like to get the excess off a little bit and wiggle it really gently under. I just got all this mascara on my eyeball. Oh Lord, okay. I don't know if you can see it, my contact is black with mascara. This is why YouTube has not offered to give me money for YouTube videos yet, because I am nowhere near a professional. Okay. Did not stab my other eye, but managed to stab my right eye. And last, but certainly not least, are eyelashes, one of my favorite parts of the look. They take you from, you know, normal to wow in a matter of seconds. So these are some of my very favorite eyelashes that I have found, and they are mink eyelashes by Lashes by Lucy. And I found them at a local Sally's store, and they're super affordable, and they are great eyelashes. Like, I've already worn these eyelashes for like 9 different appearances, and they still look like they are in perfect condition. So, you know, shout out to Lashes by Lucy for creating beautiful, affordable lashes, and I will link that below for you guys so that you guys can check out those lashes. She has an Instagram account. Oh, and the eyelash glue that I use is one of my favorites, and it's a brush-on adhesive, and it dries very quickly. And so you don't have to be sitting around waiting for it for 20 hours. And it is by Duo, and it is just a brush-on adhesive with vitamins. So the best part about this is that you just have to wait a couple seconds, air it out a little bit. And one of my tricks with eyelashes is that you have to make sure that you cut them before you put them on your eye. They're usually a lot bigger than your actual eye, and so you have to take it out of the box, shape it onto your eye, and cut the outer corner. Do not cut the inner corner, because it's going to ruin the eye look, and a lot of times they're feathered so that it starts really small in the inner corner and feathers out to being a little bit wider in the outer corner. So if you start and do it in the inner corner, it's just gonna ruin the eyelash. So you have to start in the outer corner, make sure that it is fitted to your eye, and then trim it that way. I think I talk too much. That is my biggest problem in interview. I talk way too much. And they're like, okay, your 10 minutes is up. And it's like, I talk way too much in life. That was actually one of my parents' biggest complaints when I was a baby, is they said that I talked from the time that I woke up to the time that I went to bed. And then it started all over again the next day. I would talk about nothing, as I did for most of this video. Just talking to myself, keeping myself entertained. So do the same thing on the other eye. It is kind of sad that this video has taken me 50 minutes to do my makeup. I'm sure most of you guys could follow this and get this done in probably 25 minutes, but I really wanted to make sure that I took my time with you guys and showed you guys everything, and hopefully you guys learned a few things here and there. That is all I could ask for. Dry it out, air it out. Another thing I really like about this eyelash glue is that it doesn't go everywhere. There's this other duo eyelash glue that I've used in the past, and it's black, and you blink and it's all over, and it is not the best product. This duo product is my favorite, so highly suggest going out and getting this one. And that is my look. So I don't know if you guys can see up close and personal, but it's a very nice, natural looking makeup. You don't need to have the eyelashes if you don't want to. That is not a necessary step. Actually, none of this is necessary. If you want to leave out lip gloss, if you want to leave out eyeliner, eyeshadow, anything that does not fit your personal style, feel free to leave out. This is just something that I found has worked for me and I feel the most comfortable and most beautiful with. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you guys next time. So if you like this, give it a good thumbs up, leave a comment down below for what you would like to see next time, and I will be sure to honor your request. Thank you guys so much. See you next time.